Good morning. I think I will do another video soon. I just had to do this one. So I learned something yesterday. I learned how many Hitler lovers are watching my videos. See, I talk about Anne Frank's diary yesterday, and I say some bad things about Hitler lovers. And I'm sure about this. If you're a Hitler lover and you watched my video yesterday, you would hit the dislike button. Absolutely. So I added them up. From BitChute and Rumble, YouTube, they don't show dislikes. So I had a number. I divided with the total number of views on BitChute and Rumble, and I got 0.7%. So no more than this. Well, I think it's good to know. I also learned something else. Well, I can't say this conclusively, but I learned something about how these Hitler lovers do their research. See, I talked to two of them, and maybe you heard this from these guys. They say, do your research and you will know the truth. The reason you have these ideas is because you didn't do your research. You heard things like this? Maybe. So now I know more about how they do their research themselves. Well, just two of them, of course, but 100% on these two. So this is about Anne Frank's diary. I talk about it and I say, maybe now some will claim that this diary is fake. And sure enough, some people did. And I talked to two of them. Now, this is about the ballpoint pen. The ballpoint pen story. Maybe you heard this story. So they say that the diary was written with the ballpoint pen. And of course, the ballpoint pen was not invented when Anne Frank was alive, so the diary is fake. Right? Maybe you heard this. Well, that's what people said. Some people said this yesterday. And I talked to two of them, and I asked them questions. And I asked them, so, did you check? Did you actually see the diary? And none of them replied. So I understand they never did. They never checked it. They just heard about it. And that's their research. I understand. Somebody came along and said, I know the truth about Anne Frank's diary. The Hitler lover will say, okay, so what's the truth about it? Well, it was written with a ballpoint pen. And the Hitler lover will say, oh, I see. Well, then it must be fake, of course. And that's the end of it. They never looked any further than this. Somebody just told them this story. And that's their research. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, they didn't get curious and say, well, I have to look into this. Doesn't make sense. So they faked the whole thing. And they were so stupid, they actually used the ballpoint pen to create a diary and pretend that it was written earlier. That's very stupid. I have to look into this. They never did this, did they? So if they had checked, they would see it, of course. Because it's available, you can see the actual diary. You can go there, see it. Or you can look at pictures of it at least. And if you did look at it, you would see that it's written with ink. Ink's got this very special characteristics. You can see it, it's obvious. but they never looked into it, you know. So that's the level of research we're talking about. Now, why are they talking about the ballpoint pen? Well, there was a court case. I don't know too much about this, but there was a court case. You see, there were people who questioned the diary and said, you know, this diary is not true. So there was a court case, and they looked into it, and they found, they had the diary, right, written in ink, and then there were sheets of paper added to it, right? This is what I understand. So, and two of these, I think it was two of these sheets were written with a ballpoint pen. I don't know why, you know. It's something to do with the father, I think, you know. But there were these two sheets, at least, you know. And these sheets didn't add anything to the story, but they were there, you know. And then they concluded that the thing was written with a ballpoint pen, which it wasn't. If they had checked, they would know that this wasn't true. Somebody said, oh, it's written with a ballpoint pen. If they had checked, they would know that this wasn't true. It was written with ink. At least they would know this. But now they had this idea that it was written with a ballpoint pen, and of course this makes it all fake, of course. But it wasn't. No. It was there is a real diary there, and it's written with ink. Now I don't know, but I think you know, you can draw conclusions from this. So why would you fake a diary? Let's say they did it. Well, maybe it was because they wanted people to feel sad about the Jews. You know. So they made it all up. What else did they make up? You know? Maybe everything was a lie. You know. You can draw conclusions like this, can't you? No, Gestapo. No, these were friendly guys living peacefully in Berlin, you know. Or the concentration camps. No, they were recreation centers. See? Well, the Jews were killed. No, not really. They were not shot. They were not gassed. Nothing really happened. You know. You can draw conclusions from this. Now, I don't know everything about the Second World War, but I know certain things, you know, and I know this for certain. People were killed. The Germans did start the war. Lots of people were killed. Jews died. They starved to death, or they were shot, or they were gassed. I know this. If you don't believe it, why don't you check it out? No. Go to these camps. Go to Auschwitz. Look at it. Well, it's tough. If you want to see it, if you go there, it's tough. But that's my suggestion. Just go there. Do your research that you want others to do, right? Do it. Go there. Go to Auschwitz. Go look at Anne Frank's diary. Just do it. Go and see it for yourself. That's doing research. You know. Listening to somebody telling a story, that's not doing research. Of course not. Right. So that's what I wanted to say. Be good.